Hello, Tom Ellsworth, the Biz Doc. Here's a quick shot of a little bit of a stat. And some of these things that you've been asking me about in the comments. So we found some very interesting data this week. In which countries do workers work the longest? We've been talking about work from home, work from work, hybrid, and all these things. So we decided to dive into, and guess what we found? Countries where we work the longest. Right there in the middle is the average line, and this is taken from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. And of course, if you want the Organization for Economic Uncooperation, there are two members, Taiwan and China. But here we are right here. The line in the middle, let's just call that the average. And right above the average, right there, the American flag, the USA, above the average in the United States, we work 59 hours a year more than the average of all these countries, which comes out to a little bit more than an hour a week. And right next door to us in Canada, where my great-grandparents were from, you have 66 hours less than the average. Of course, you need a little bit more time to drink in Canada. So that means in a year, 66 hours. So that's a little bit more like an hour and 15 minutes a week, something like that, hour and a half, getting close to there. And if you go all the way up to the top, look who's working the most and the hardest. Mexico, 475 hours a year more than the average, which means they're working about 8 hours a week more. In other words, if you think about a 5-day work week, it means that the workers in Mexico are probably working Saturdays. That's probably where it comes from. But look at how hard they work. So all the comments about, oh, this and that on Mexico, data doesn't show it out. It shows that those people that work, hardworking people that are working an average of 8 hours a week more than other people. Who are these other people? Let's go to the orange dots, people. And guess what? You have the entire socialist footprint of Europe. Denmark, 380 hours. France, 240 hours. UK, minus 219 hours. So that means they're working like, 2 hours a week less. Isn't that interesting? Here's for the people working the hardest. Costa Rica, Mexico working the hardest of all. And look at this. Spain, UK, Denmark, France, working that. I thought this was pretty interesting. Thanks for watching.